You feel like you're almost experiencing depression, but you also are feeling very anxious, like you're having a hard time letting go of the painful past, but also terrified of the future. This video is for you. The amazing part about this is that your body is trying to give you signs and clues that it's done with experiencing what it's experiencing right now. And so it's trying to help shift you in a different perspective and to a different life. But at the same time, we're kind of holding on to these painful experiences that's keeping us anchored in to who we've been. And so that's that push and pull feeling that you may be feeling. And so that's something that I want to talk to you about today, and about how it's a great place to be in. Don't judge it, witness it, feel all those feelings. Don't run from it, because the farther we try to run away from, or the harder we try to run away from these feelings and these emotions, these things that are welling up inside of us, that shift, that change that is just on the brink of happening, but we're kind of terrified, it's a really good place to be. But of course it's uncomfortable, and of course it's something new. We wake up and we check on social media, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, any of those platforms that you follow. And it kind of like reaffirms, like, yeah, I'm in this body. I am this person. These are my friends. These are my family members. This is my ecosystem that I dwell in, right? Well, one really cool step that will help kind of like break this cycle is kind of taking a step back and maybe unfollowing or muting certain people. So you're able to kind of clear the cache, get those cookies out of the way. I'm talking about like computer, like, how sometimes a computer is bogged down. Well, sometimes what we see can bog us down. So what is it that you're constantly seeing when you first wake up in the morning? What do you check? Is it social media? And as long as it's feeding you, I feel like it's not bad. But if it's, making you kind of just question, like, where am I headed in life? It's making you kind of like want to judge yourself in a way where, that you feel like less than, or you feel behind, rather than inspire you. It's time to just clear that out. Make space for something new. And you may be just holding on to painful past experiences that are keeping you in a perpetual state. So going back to feeling that anxiousness, you get it, you feel like you're not quite the person that you were before, but you're not quite that person that you're seeking to be. You're doing the yoga, you're doing the meditations, you are trying to be more mindful with the food that you eat, with the words that you're using, with the people that you're hanging out with, but at the same time, you just feel like you are just stuck. Like, why are things going so slow? And sometimes it's just our fear that's holding us back, and it's like a dance. And so yeah, just feeling those feelings and not hiding from these emotions that are coming up, that are welling up inside you. Because sometimes, like, during the healing process, or how about this, rather than healing all the time, because that's assuming that we have something broken within us. That means that life has just pummeled us to the the brink of no return. How about instead seeing this as a remembering, an understanding of yourself to its fullest capacity, because there was nothing ever wrong with us, and it was our environment and our experiences that have shaped us. But here's the cool thing about this is, within that, we're able to create something new. And what does that look like for you? What is that going to feel like to you? And so going back to hiding from those heavy emotions, because sometimes those things come up. I am not perfect. There's moments in time where I feel the frustration welling up inside me, the the irritation from the outside, what I'm seeing on social media, what I'm seeing on the news, what I'm hearing people talk about. And sometimes it can be kind of heavy. So rather than me internalizing it or running away from it with drinking, with smoking, with throwing myself into these big groups of people, thinking that these people can help push me out of a funk and can help give me the affirmations that I'm seeking. I'm finding them within myself. And sometimes it's helpful to, connect with people that are uplifting or that are on that journey of growing or understanding yourself on a deeper level. But rather than hiding and, doing the mushrooms to unlock deeper understanding of the universe and things like that. Like all of that serves a purpose at some point in time in your life. If that's what you are into, that's cool. But after a while, it starts to become a crutch and it starts to become something that you crave, and it does get addicting. So rather than holding on to any crutches, whether it be people, places, or things, finding that strength within you and understanding yourself on a deeper level, know that stuff wasn't okay that happened to you. Know how they spoke to you or how they treated you or what they did to you or your body was not right. But what are you doing now for your body? What are you doing now for your mind that is right? And that's what we can focus on, and that's what we can control now. What is the environment like? How is your mind treating you? What do you see when you look in the mirror? These are all valid questions that are so important during this understanding of ourselves. So going back to the main topic, which is self-preserving fear that keeps us in a perpetual loop of depression and anxiety. Understanding that all of it serves a purpose. There's nothing wrong with you, and there are amazing things that you can add on the daily that can help you kind of just chisel away at that heaviness. And the only reason why you're feeling that is that you're holding on to the past and you're also terrified of the future. Both of them we have no control over. So understanding that, and then just kind of just going through the emotions and feeling all of it without hiding, it's going to put you in a more powerful place. And watch how certain things shift and change in your life. And I'm excited to hear about it. What would I say? Just finding what works for you. Everybody is different. Like I said, some people lean into yoga. Some people lean into hot baths. Some people go to spas or get massages, and that's their happy place. Like whatever works for you. Recently, for me, I've been loving going out during sunset. Right now, of course, is a sunset. Let's see if you can see it from here. Probably not. I look probably like a little bit of a Star Wars character. I think that's awesome. But anyway, just finding what works for you. Recently coming out to during the sunset time has been amazing and recharging for me. What else? Going on my walks has been amazing. And finding time to just feel silly, not take things so seriously, and connect with nature. That is by far the strongest, most powerful thing that I've been doing recently, is just making time to get outside. Sometimes there's moments in time where I just don't even want to do anything. It feels good to just ruminate in it and feel it. But after a while, I start to notice as the days go by, like, I've got to let this out. I've got to transmute this. I've got to turn this into power. I can't continue to dwell in this. So what am I going to do? Get my butt out to nature, find a creek nearby, find a desert mountain nearby, find some areas that have a bunch of trees and walk near them, take a seat and find how uncomplicated and how perfect nature is. Once you find that place that works for you and find that mode, watch how the depression and the anxiety starts to just melt away, and you start to understand, like, I was just fighting myself. I was pushing and pulling because I wanted to just hold on to. It's like that image. I don't know if you've ever seen it, where it's like somebody's holding on to like a rope, and that person is there's a person connected to it, and that rope is just cutting into your wrists, and it just feels so heavy. Your shoulders are starting to feel it, and you don't know how much longer you're going to be able to hold on to it because you're just forcing it. You want it to happen so bad, but there is just a moment in time where you just have to let it go. And this could be related to people, places, or things that have been taking your energy, that you've been allowing to take your energy. So I'm excited to hear from you guys about how you can utilize some of these tips and tricks, or have you experienced that feeling? Have you experienced that push and pull, that like overwhelmingly heavy fear with depression and anxiety? And I would like to hear maybe some of your tips and tricks on what you do when you feel those feelings, because I am not alone in this, and neither are you. And that's what I find beautiful about this page.